And I thought we.
Booyah! Good morning, everybody. So I decided to go live. We're out here dragging, and then I just got a notification that J Dog went live. So now I'm trying to decide uh, go live here or jump over on J Dog's channel. I think we can go live both. If I go to J Dog's channel and I could broadcast on my channel. But while we're trying to get that squared away, good morning. Thanks for joining. We're out here dragging baits on the Tennessee River. I see Miss Sharina's in the house. Good morning, Sharina. We're just getting started. Got baits in the water just a couple minutes now. Thought we'd see what kind of action we have. See what kind of action we can get into. What's going on, Stonefly? Pam, what's going on? Pam's watching it work. It's felt like work down here the last few days trying to find fish. Shouldn't feel that way, should it? So, but we found some bait, and we hopefully found a few fish. We're going to drag some baits around again and see what we come up with. Got the board spread out here pretty good. Hey, there's Becca.
Hey, y'all.
That works out pretty easy.
Yeah, it does.
There's the backup.
Hey there, Mr. Matt. How you doing?
Probably better get
Hey there, Mr. Steele.
protection on.
And then you also have a Facebook user in here as well.
Gotta get on the sunscreen.
Yeah, we've been soaking up the sun pretty easy.
Yeah, the only thing that happens this way when you do it this way is that, hey there, Miss Pam. How you doing, girl? Is that my icon will come up as you. Or if I put my icon, you have to watch it because it'll come up as you sometimes if you don't change it.
That's all right.
Yeah, I just left it as you, so you're not going to have to worry about it. I'm not out there in the open anyway. There's your sister in the house. How you doing, girl?
Morning, Miranda.
Mr. Steele said that he gave you a thumbs up and he shared you out.
Thank you, thank you.
Press on my hand so I can put it on my face.
It looks like you're trying to put hairspray on.
I am. You see my hair whipping in the wind.
Get away from him when he's spraying that because it gets in all my sunglasses. Your middle board was doing something silly.
Yeah, I let some line out, and now this one line's over top of the other line, so I got to figure this out.
There's Mr. John Euler, outdoorsman. He said, Roger, turn and burn back to Ohio. The bay's heating up.
Who was that?
Mr. John Euler.
Oh, yeah. Sandusky Bay, man. I don't know. It might be a minute because by the time we get home, the Ohio River is going to be on fire. and it's a skipjacker moving into our dam, and we got flow. Unlike the entire Tennessee River, we're going to be able to go home and start bumping. And we'll end up catching more fish at home than we did on this trip if things don't turn around.
There's Mr. Douglas Fletcher in the house. How you doing, Mr. Douglas?
What's up, Douglas?
There's Angel Honeycutt. What's up from the husband and wife from St. Louis, Missouri.
Thank you.
Stuff more than matters.
We're down here for the Sea Arc tournament this weekend, man. We've seen boats and trucks and trailers from Texas, Missouri, Illinois, Mississippi,
Missouri,
everywhere.
Lots of Ohio for some reason.
I hope y'all win, but you know what? Those Texas people, they're pretty good.
Oh, they catch all them little fish.
Start telling all my Texas jokes.
I think that's a different Facebook user. He said, "Hey guys,
What's going on? Thanks from Facebook land.
When I worked in Tucson, Arizona for about 3 years, and my boss and the next guy down, one was from Arizona, one guy was from Texas, and they were always, and then I had a guy from Oklahoma, so they were always hitting each other up with Texas jokes. The Texas guy, he got the bad end of the deal most of the time.
yeah, that's okay."
It was 2-on-1.
We always prevail in the end.
He even had him a ring that was shaped like Texas. It said Texas on it. He was proud of where he's from and all that. So,
I got a ring that's got Texas on it too.
they hand those out when you're born or what?
Yeah, they say proud to be a Texan.
What are you going to do when you're an Arkansasian?
You can't take Texas out of the girl, so I'll just be in a different location.
I guess you're right.
Oh, I say, Facebook is Miss Janet.
Janet Fox?
Uh-huh.
Well, hello, Janet.
We'll be seeing you next month.
Yep,
Your tournament.
here in a few weeks. Hey, they are full. They are completely booked up. No open spots available. If you waited too long to get into Pink Fox Cancer Research Fishing Tournament thing and Gallipolis thing, you missed out. You snoozed, you lose, you're done. No room left for you. So
There's Twisted Tackle Fishing in the house. How you doing?
hey, that's Pat. What's up, Pat?
There's Mr. Sogo. How you doing? He said, "Good morning, y'all. Driving around today, so I'll have y'all in the background."
Hey, Sogo. Haven't seen him for a little while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
That's right.
There's Mr. Brandon, Mr. Fishizzle.
What's happening, Fishizzle? We're still trying to put some fishes in the boat. We've caught a few decent fish. We haven't caught it hasn't been, we haven't had the results we'd like to see, but we also haven't had any flow. And, one of our favorite things to do is come down here and bump these dams. And that just ain't going to happen on this trip. There's just no flow. So we've been dragging. We haven't really done any suspend drifting. I guess we have suspended a couple baits here and there.
Yeah,
but extreme circumstances. Done a little bit of anchoring, but like 90% of everything we've done has been dragging baits.
There's Mr. Murillo. He said, "I can't grow a beard, but if I could, I'd want one just like Zach's."
Let's see which one it is.
Mr. Merlin said he can't grow a beard, but if he could, he'd want to grow one just like yours.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Mr. John says, "Gallipolis, my hometown, grew up in Gallia County."
Okay. Gallia County. That's where the Pink Fox tournament's going to be.
Yep.
How do you say that town?
Gallipolis is the way they pronounce it there in their town. The people from there. We call it Gallipolis if you're not from there.
Gallipolis. Hey, I got that one. Gallipolis.
That's the way they say it up there.
I can say that one just right.
Becca puts extra syllables in words.
I think this might be the route. Because it's shown at 6 feet.
Oh, really?
Well, it says 5 and 6.
Yeah, and it stays that way.
Yeah.
Mr. Stonefly says, I
We'll
like
check out
Gailey
that.
if you want to also, John, but in Meads.
Snaggle fist.
Y'all both moved quickly at the same time.
We heard a clicker going off. That's the rod got hung up.
There's Mr. Jimmy Geiger in the house. How you doing, Mr. Jimmy?
What's up, Jimmy? We got 24 people. I didn't realize that J-Dog was going live at the exact same time. We just kind of got excited and decided to go live for a little bit.
Workout.
We drag through a lot of stuff. Every now and then you get hung up. If you hook grab something, there's nothing your dragging weight can do about it.
Mr. John, I don't know what Meig's gold is. Is it different than anybody else's gold?
Meg's Gold. There's only one thing I know of Meigs County is famous for, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what John's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about smokable. Or rollable, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's some of the best dope in the United States right there.
Medicinal. Medicinal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have said that out loud.
Oh no, it's
Well known.
yeah. Well, in our family, they're known for Dobermans because my dad got a couple good Dobermans out of Meigs County. Matter of fact, he named his female Meigs.
Because they used to guard your dope.
That might be it. Either way, they turn out to be good dogs.
I should say I usually get my dogs to come back to me by a bell, not by the other.
Yeah. Well, it is beautiful. You couldn't ask for much better conditions to be out here fishing in.
Oh, that water out there almost looks like glass.
Because there's no flow. It's pretty bad when Tennessee River turns into the Tennessee Lake. Those are the conditions we're dealing with. We've had to adapt and change and whatever it takes.
Mr. John says Zach knows, LOL. Miss Janet says beautiful day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we missed the sunrise, but that was for good reason. Zach and Mark had got up and fixed us some bacon and eggs and biscuits and gravy for breakfast this morning. So took a little bit longer at the cabin than we anticipated, but we got some good food in our belly. So that's a good start.
What goes in must come out, though.
Yeah.
Miss Gordon Princess says Lily and Storm need to hang out soon.
Yeah, they do. They need a play date.
There's Mr. Skull Rush in the house. How you doing, Mr. Rush?
Yeah, Dad's dog, Megs, had her last litter of pups, and that's me and my brother and my sister, and all three of us got one pup from the litter, and so they're all siblings.
Aw, that's kind of cute that they get to still play together.
And all the siblings got siblings.
There's Mr. Kevin Walters in the house. How you doing, Mr. Kevin?
What's up, Kevin?
I had a dog once that she had puppies, and she only had 3 because she's a little dog. But I named them Mo, Larry, and Shep. I kept Shep. And
Oh, yeah?
I got rid of Mo and Larry.
My cats, their name's Fred and Barney.
Fred and Barney. I like that.
Right.
You know, yesterday when you were out doing your live stream, you talked about Alibaba.
Yeah.
Do you know I had a bull named Alibaba?
No.
Yeah, I had a bull that I had named
Was it a
Alibaba.
bucking bull? Because I remember at Alibaba that was real famous back in the day for bucking.
No. He was just a breeding bull. I guess that's kind of bucking.
He wasn't bucking. He was. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, he was named Alibaba. I got a good laugh out of that when you said that up on screen. Mr. Kevin says, get on a good one.
We're trying.
That's a crop duster plane going behind in front of us there. Nice and low.
Crop duster.
Nothing coming out of him, thank goodness.
There's Mr. Stan 3 in the house. He said, man, I love that boat.
We love this boat too.
We like having Stan on this boat.
Yeah.
We always have a good time.
It's a better boat when we got good guests.
Mr. Kevin Walter said, the lake looks good this morning.
It does. There's plenty of bait and activity back here, but
I like that.
Nobody's hungry. Nobody's ready to chew. We got some baits sizes mixed up. We run a couple big baits and a couple smaller baits just to see if we can't get bit.
There's Mr. Brandon, Catfish and Dreams in the house. He said that water is glass.
That's right. What's up, Brandon? Good morning.
There's the pretty bunch. How you doing? Say good morning, y'all.
This kind of water since we've been down here.
And how you doing, the pretty bunch?
Pretty bunch. Thanks for joining. I love seeing all these new names in the community. It just shows that, the growth of the community and, the outreach. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that name's kind of party.
It is a pretty name.
Yes, sir, Mr. John. Wheeler's in Alabama.
That's it. Wheeler's huge. It's like 70 miles long. We like fishing Wilson. It's 13 miles long. You feel like it's easier to get a control of or get an understanding of because it's not as big. Down here, it's huge.
I feel like you're getting swallowed up.
Yeah, I don't know. We like to take a little piece of it and kind of break it down and learn one little section at a time. But
isn't that a Jason Aldean song? Breaking it down, breaking it down. Is that a Jason Aldean?
I think it was.
No.
I think it was about Chevys or Fords or something. I don't remember. Breaking it down.
Facebook says, let's see a rip.
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear freaking drag screaming and boards shooting up rooster tails. That's
I
what we
thought you was
see.
talking about a fart. I was like, I might be able to do one up.
Mr. Kevin.
One thing about eating this way, I had much waste.
Mr. Kevin said, there's a lot of places for them to hide on Wheeler.
That's a fact, Jack. We've been looking shallow. We've been looking deep. We've been looking holes, ledges, creeks, gullies, flats, humps, structure. We'd like to think we've covered just about every
We
system.
haven't been able to do the structure thing real good because of the no flow and the wind.
Yeah.
Hurt us yesterday.
Yeah, it's hard to really set up on any structure when there is very little to no flow and the wind is blowing gale force.
Catfish and Dream said, so basically you have to break it out in sections, direct the area, then move to the next.
Yep, that's pretty much.
You have to eliminate water. That's one way I've heard people call it. Eliminate stuff.
There's Mr. Tim. Donna in the house. How you doing, Mr. Tim? Mr. Brandon says, what about main lake areas?
That's basically where we've been.
Yeah,
That's what we've actually focused on to start with.
yeah. Yesterday we did some deep ledge main lake fishing, and we did have probably
We started off low, shallow,
right.
off the beaten path.
But I think we got more activity yesterday in the
Deep water.
deep water, yeah, which is weird because you would expect this time of year, honestly, your bluegills are all going to bed. They're going to nest. They're going shallow. Your shad are going in shallow. Your skipjack are run to the dams. Crappie are going shallow to spawn. Everything's going shallow to spawn and reproduce. And the fish should be right on their tails, literally eating. And so this time of year, you should
That's what you
ideally find your big fish shallow, but we're just not experiencing that. We're trying.
down. We fished Chickamauga last weekend, and there we caught just as many fish up in shallow water as we did out on deep ledges. I mean, we couldn't even differentiate. We caught our biggest fish in shallow, but
It was just one fish.
it was just one fish. That was it. That was the only fish we caught up in there.
And we also caught your PB.
That's what it's called.
Oh, the blue. That blue I caught.
Oh, that's true.
12.
We caught two that was up in somewhat shallow, 8 foot and 12 foot.
Mr. Kevin said when we was just down there, we had to use short leaders. They wouldn't hit long leaders.
Yeah.
And then Facebook says, you in Decatur?
We're on Tennessee River.
We are fishing at the Sea Arc tournament this weekend. So in the event we do get on some bunch of fish, we don't want to give away our exact location. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
We might be anywhere. We're just fun fishing today. Yeah, that's it. You never know.
That's why I said you're on the water.
Yeah. I love that. People would message, man, where'd you catch them fish at? Right in the corner of the mouth. Right where you want to catch them. Right there in the corner of the mouth. No, I don't ever mind giving away my spots and techniques and stuff like that. But on our river, we got to worry about commercial fishing. Why are we getting all squirrely? The tractor squirrely? Oh. We have to watch giving away information to commercial fishermen in our area, and then, tournament fishing. You don't want to give away your.
Exactly. And the thing is, it doesn't help you become a better fisherman if you know somebody's exact spot. You want to know why that spot's good.
Right.
That's why I ask the questions I do.
Yeah.
Then you can go other places and apply that same exact knowledge and, probably get on some fish. So.
Right.
Twisted Tackle says, no worries. I'll use Google Maps to find you, winking.
Yeah, we're in a black Sea Arc.
Still in, you said, right where the hook's at. And Mr.
That's
John says, do that mean since you're in Alabama, I go fishing your spot?
You know what? I never locked that one down.
Oh, Mr. Michael Murillo asked the most important question of the day. Are there better cheddars on the boat today, Roger?
Yes, there are. Absolutely. We'll be chowing down in just a little while. We got
a little later today because we had a good breakfast.
Yeah, we won't have to fire the grill up at 9:30 this morning. Some days we're at 9 o'clock. We're ready to eat if we didn't get a good breakfast.
And Mr. John, he had said commercial fisherman in there about the same time you were talking about it, and he said, read my mind.
Yeah, we've actually got evidence of commercial fishing guys taking screenshots of our live streams and circling things in the background so they can go back and find.
And they were like emailing it back and forth to each other or something. Or
Yeah.
other. I don't know how that.
Yeah, I don't remember who.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe you're right.
Dude sent us some pictures, and it was like it was a conversation that these guys were having, and it was like, yeah, they're watching our live stream, taking pictures and comparing notes and trying to figure out exactly where we were at.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad they can't find them on their own.
Pretty sad they have to do a job like that.
That's
and
true.
Here's what you always hear. Well, I got to feed my family. Yeah, well,
There's a million jobs.
there's a million jobs out there. Try and find another one.
But it's not illegal until Kentucky changes their regulations and stops the transport and selling of live trophy fish or enforces the regulations that they have.
Twisted said, "Are you serious? That is crap."
Yep, it happens. Well, there's even fun fishing, whatever you call it, scavengers or spot pirates that'll take a picture, and that's why you see people black out the backgrounds and stuff like that, is because people just go in and you've put on all the work and time to find an area, find a spot that is holding fish, and then somebody wants to take it.
Mr. John said they take them to South Webster.
There's one place, Lucky's and whatever that one is at Webster. They've a couple times there's been people at the ramps offering to buy the big fish that we catch, and I kind of entertained him one time. I said, well, how much would you pay for a 40-pounder? And he told me, and I said, it's not quite enough for me. I can't remember. It was like $400 or 300 and something. And he said, well, what would it take? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't think you got enough money. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got mad. He got mad because I kind of let him on a little bit.
Say, oh, well.
Yep.
Catfishing Dream says there's a possibility that you might have small vendors of feeding zones at certain times of day, and you'll have to be at the right place at the right time.
You present this bait to enough fish, they're opportune feeders. I don't feel most of them have a start and stop time in order to maintain their body weight. They get it presented an easy meal right in front of them, just like us. Just because it ain't lunchtime, somebody puts
a nice piece of chocolate cake right there in front of you with the M&M on it. I mean,
I'm going to turn my hat around backwards. I'm going to eat it.
I'll even eat that one.
I wonder if that's Mark.
I don't even have to use my hands.
Somebody in a black shirt. It's a white boat. See if you can tell.
I think you need to turn your binoculars around backwards.
Yeah, it makes them look farther away, doesn't it?
Catfishing Dream says you catch one great fish, CPR, and if you don't blur out the picture the next time, you'll have 20 people in that spot. There's Mr. Don R. in the house. How you doing, Mr. Don?
I can't tell.
Mr. Tim Donna said,
I see somebody in a black shirt standing in the middle. But it looks like they're sitting still.
Yeah. Not sure.
Mr. Tim Donna said, I seen a video yesterday that had a 120-pound blue cat in a pay lake.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent it to us. Just makes me want to go there and go post on somebody. Not really.
I should say I was actually in a post office once and somebody came in there with a gun.
I've been in the post office with a gun a whole bunch of times. About every time I go in there.
Yeah, but this one was meaning to do harm. He walked in and one of the people or a man that just happened to be over there checking getting his little mail out of his little box thing, because I was actually in line at the actual, counter, and so I didn't know what was going on because you can't see around that direction. But anyway, somebody walked in there and whoever that man was that was checking his mail, he saw that and saw the guy that had a mask on and he went ahead and he came up from behind him and tackled him. So it turned that situation into something better instead of bad, you know.
People
All
are
right,
crazy.
I've got a robbery story for you. There's a place back home, and it's a little market. It's actually out of business now, so I can say it. It's called Corner Market, and they sold Chester fried chicken back there, back in the deli, and that's why we always went in there. And anyway, it had been robbed for some reason back there at that counter back there. I guess because they took money back there too, and it was away from everybody else in the store. But they'd been robbed 3 or 4 times, and it was always the same lady that got robbed. And I guess she'd had enough of it. And one day, somebody came in there and did the stick 'em up thing, give me your money. I guess it was a bad day for her, and she came from behind the counter and dared the guy to shoot her. And he hesitated, and she freaking beat the tar out of him long enough that then somebody else heard all the commotion and came over there, and she sat on that guy till the cops got there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
That is funny.
Twisted Tackle said, what gets him is they brag about catching a huge fish. Dude, you're fishing in a kiddie pool.
Yeah, it's already been caught for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and I've admitted before, back in the beginning when my buddies was fishing pay lakes and stuff, and they showed me pictures of these big fish, I thought, that looks like fun. I want to catch big fish. I go there and I did pay lakes for a while, and then I was like, wait a minute, where are these fish coming from? And then my buddy Herb took
Right there.
took me out on where'd they come from?
Must be a gap right there.
My buddy Herb took me out on the river and said, man, if you catch some fish out of the river, you never want to catch them pay lake fish again. You'll quit them pay lakes. He kind of educated me on, how they're hoop netting them and taking all these fish out of the river. And that was it. I got out of that, sold all that stuff. And
got a gray shirt, red shirt.
started river fishing. That's it.
I just learned something just now.
What'd you learn?
I've never thought about taking binoculars on a boat before.
Oh, we all have binoculars on the boat.
I've never thought about doing that.
Some people have rangefinders too.
Yeah, rangefinders. So tournament guys will have rangefinders on the boat because there are rules and regulations that a boat has to be so many feet away. And that looks like DNR.
Well, that even would help. Like if I'm chasing sandies out there, and you see them bubbling the top of the water because they're going from the school is going from place to place. That's actually helping to try to find where they're bubbling on top of the water at too.
Yep.
Yeah, they're handy. They're a nice tool.
Catfishing Dream said, Binox spying fishing 007.
That's it. Well, you never know. I mean, if something off in the distance,
That way.
or there might be warning signs, or there might be sunbathers or something you might want to take a look at.
I should say a good old buck over there on the side of the bank or something.
Yeah. You got a big old rack and you want to check it out. You can get your binoculars out.
Well, it says there's a boat ramp up there. Here comes another.
Right, Mr. Brandon. I'm laughing too.
Daggone, we've had like 4 or 5 boats come up in here now where we're at.
Yeah. We haven't seen a single person all morning, and then all of a sudden there's boats everywhere.
It's getting closer to time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say anymore.
Now, is that do a lot of people bass fish too out there, or
Yeah.
they do everything?
Yeah, but with this Sea Arc tournament this weekend, there's supposed to be 180 boats here. And we've probably seen close to 100.
And didn't you say you have 70 miles to fish it or something?
Yeah.
So
everyone has to launch from the same boat ramp, so your ability to run real far either way is based on your fuel capacity, most likely. In my opinion, if you can't afford 2 talons, don't even buy 1 talon. Because 1 talon, you're going to spin around circle. Not much about.
Mr. Kevin Walter said, "Watch out, the bass boats will run you over. We want they had one almost kill them last year." Down here, the bass boaters really ain't that bad down here as far as they're pretty nice, I mean, they're pretty respectful, at least the ones that I've come across. Of course, this is Texas though.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like anybody else. So they're going to have good ones and bad ones.
Right. I've been to other states, and when you drive a pickup truck and you go down, you wave at other pickup trucks as they're coming by. And I've had people say, "Why do you do that?" And I'm like, "Because that's what we do here in Texas. We're friendly."
Yeah, that happens here too.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think, I thought that just happened to everywhere. Mr. Brandon says they just pulled up right behind y'all.
There's like I guess, yeah, pretty much. They're going way back in there. Y'all. Here's the size of the bait we're using.
Oh, that's a nice size. What happened to his tail?
I bit it off.
Were you hungry? That is one of my favorite parts of the fish.
What? Hey. That thing just seems undone. It just unlocked all on its own. I didn't do that.
$180 boats. How they gonna launch all those? Where are they all gonna park?
We're not 100% sure.
Question we had this morning. Checking out the same thing we did. I think. Looks like they're on the same track, doesn't it?
Then we'll rail them up and we're going to go check out some more. Let's maybe lay down another track and run it.
Can y'all hear that ass machine running? Is it too loud?
I didn't hear no ass.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't too loud. I'd go turn it off if it was, but I ran out, so I'm having to make me some more.
All right, you're good. Kevin, we marked a lot of fish back here, but we didn't get the first bite.
Hey, I'm gonna go out this way, check out the flat a little bit.
All right.
Still run parallel with it.
I love these type live streams too, because it not only, like a lot of times you watch a live stream just to watch the people catch fish. Okay. But this, like what y'all are doing right now, it helps to, I don't know, it just kind of helps me learn things, like when you do say, hey, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that or whatever. It just, I don't know. It's just more learning.
Roger, here's another consideration. Wherever you get done, I'll show you.
Oh, you have got a challenge, Mr. Roger.
Yeah, we do. We got a challenge right ahead of us, trying to catch fish.
No, Mr. Kevin Walters just said he'll donate another $100 to the James Bink Fox tournament if Roger bites the tail off a skipjack live.
What? We ain't got no live skipjack.
No, live, like he's like on the live stream. Oh.
What? Man.
That's why I said you have a challenge on your hands. There's Mr. Larry, 3+1 Outdoors. How you doing? Yep, Mr. Kevin says camera on. He's got to think about that one.
Man, I don't know about that.
And then he said, come on. Or I he said, come on, not camera on. It's come on.
I don't think he would do it either.
Well, at least the tail portion isn't. I mean, he did give you the tail portion. It's not as bad as the head portion.
You couldn't bite the head off one of these.
Yeah. I mean, if you tried to bite the head off, you've got the squishy eyeballs and everything else.
I'm going to go right on top of them, I can tell you right now. They're back there. We're going right next to them.
Mr. Larry says, that's a tough one, Roger.
There's no reason to. We got a track here. Even if they come out.
I might bite the tail off.
Get this track. Now, from here back, yes, maybe. That would be it.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, listen, I might bite the tail off because you don't have the squishy eyeballs and all the all that other stuff squeezing out.
Off to the side.
We had live chat for $20. I'm like, you must have needed it really bad.
Okay, we're just up off the edge of the channel here.
Snags.
Mr. Jimmy, they're on the Tennessee River.
Here's what I was wanting to show you. Got a ledge, a little ledge, all along here. That's like a dam or something. Yeah. It don't slip any deeper or anything.
Well, damn.
You're welcome, Mr. Jimmy.
We've been all over the place, Jimmy. We've fished everywhere from started at Chattanooga, and we've been all the way down to Wheeler Dam.
They've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere.
There's Mr. Solo Texan, Mr. Ricky. How you doing?
What's up, Ricky?
He said, "Oh, everyone's having a blessed day."
You see the ridge of that channel? It's a
Always a blessed day
Very
when we
fine.
see you, Mr. Ricky.
Just looking over here in the where there ain't one. I think I see a lot of stumps. See?
Debris.
That would
See,
definitely stump me.
coming up everywhere. Fish coming up. You got a stump of some sort ahead of you there a little ways.
One that looks like a marker.
Mm-hmm. There's stumps
Mr.
all through here.
Mr. Jimmy said, well, I'm glad you can get out because I'm probably going to be done for the year. I got to have my sciatic operated on in a couple weeks. I can't even hardly get off the couch. I can't walk, can't do nothing.
Jimmy, man, I hate to hear that.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Jimmy.
Hate to hear that, buddy. Hopefully they can get you squared away and get you back on the right track.
Channel is definitely the place to be. Up through here.
Yeah, it's
Hey there, Mr. Daniel. How you doing? There's Living Minnesota Outdoors.
what's up, Daniel? Larry, 3+1.
Look, I mean, right
How's
on the
Miss
top of that.
Rachel doing?
Stump, 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 stump.
Yep.
Mr. Kevin said, folks, I have to go. Hope you find them biggins.
Probably what that is right there.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
You
Thanks
have a
for
blessed
the-
day, Mr. Kevin.
Thanks for the intel, and we'll be reporting back to you when we get some results.
There's Slime Action Outdoors in the house. Good morning, y'all.
What's up, buddy?
Mr. Jimmy said, yeah, I hope so too. He was talking
Not what I would expect.
fishing dreams.
Here we go. Here all this crazy.
As we get back in the channel.
Yeah, look here. There's your channel. Look at the fish. That's something.
They're all laying in the channel. We've got an area that's pretty big and wide, but there's a channel that runs up through the middle of it, and all the fish from the whole area are in the channel.
Channel kind of goes over here and it's full of fish.
If
There's
you get out of the channel, you get out of the fish.
there's Mr. Squirrel in the house. Fishing with
Hey, what's
Squirrel.
up? What's up, buddy? We got to shake hands and hang out with Squirrel at the gathering this year. It was always fun. It's always fun to see people you talk to online and you watch their content and stuff like that. Squirrel's one of my favorites. I've been watching a lot of his videos here lately. I want to get on some crappie. Dang.
Does
But,
Mr. Here's my question. Does Mr. Squirrel have a bushy tail?
He didn't.
I didn't look that close. Roger looks at tails on guys. I don't.
I didn't see one. I was going to feel for it, but I didn't have the nerve.
Slime Action wants to know any fish yet?
No. We've only been fishing however many minutes the live is. That's how longer we've been fishing today.
Looks like these guys are coming out of there. Where we're wanting to go. Yeah, I see the disturbed water behind it.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Daniel. I didn't realize that y'all were pregnant.
Daniel.
Oh, yes, I did. I think I did see that on Facebook. No, or was that? No. Hey, congratulations. Oh,
Daniel's pregnant?
no, his wife, Rachel. They're an amazing couple. They really are.
That makes a big difference in your quality of life.
They get their kiddos out there and they all have a great time.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, give Miss Rachel a hug for me. That is so sweet. I love it.
The few fish we're still going over. Right. You little one.
Mr. Jimmy said that's the worst pain he's ever went through, especially on his leg.
Yeah, all the way down to your foot.
Yeah, I've never had
Behind your knee, and I mean it's very uncomfortable. Okay, starting our track here. Then we can take it if we do pull out and we want to continue. we'll get to the end of the marker, we'll just go to start of the other track. It'll take us right over to it. So forth.
Okay, Mr. Jimmy. He said, well, I'm going to go eat. Y'all have fun, Roger. Hope you catch a big one, buddy.
Hey,
All right, Jimmy. Thank you.
didn't even think about it. There's that stump
Oh yeah.
right next to where our track's at. They behind the tree right now. Look like they were going back out like that way. Maybe they're behind that tree.
Baby, you need to go outside. I'll be right back. Let me go let Baby outside.
Anybody been hopping back and forth between J-Dog's show over there? If those guys are catching anything?
My motor's straight. Oh, I got it up. Never mind. Yeah. Doesn't really matter as much. Muddy back here. Well, we got something different.
Something's going on.
Something different over here.
Yeah. That's stump too.
That's a stop there. We're not quite to the channel either.
What we're doing is we're in some shallow water, so we're using the trolling motor not to spook all the fish out of the area. And we're kind of trolling back through here. At the same time, we're laying a track down. That way, once we're done, we've just scouted this. If we decide to drag it, we've already laid an imaginary line down for the trolling motor to follow back out. So it's kind of part of the process here is we're doing some scouting and laying down a track to drag if it turns out to be something we want to drag out.
Shallow water. I thought these guys were going back out, but now I don't. Unless they're behind that tree. Maybe that's what it is. I thought I see them heading out.
That boat over there is either dragging that bank or anchored. They ain't moving much.
What boat is it?
That Black Sea.
Oh, the one that came up real close to us.
No, the one that came up close to us was these guys. I thought that boat came in off that lower boat ramp.
I thought so. Okay.
That looks like a ramp right there. Something.
Yeah, it does. That's about where they came out, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Hurley Neal's in the house. Oh my gosh, that shirt. You like it? I like it. I like it, the orange.
Check your stability.
I'm not sneaking up on anybody in this thing, I tell you that. How's Mr. Hurley Neal? That's who we need to do live streams with us.
Harley, yeah, he's the
voice.
He is the voice. He's the voice talent.
The voice talent. Howdy says, tell Zach I said howdy.
Hello, Ernie.
Ernie.
Who'd you just say?
Harley.
Oh, I thought you said Ernie after that. Hi, Harley.
Dale Hayslip says, good morning, River Warriors, listening while working. What's up, Dale?
Those guys must still be back in there.
Oh, where they went?
They were going that direction at one point because I seen them. They had their big motor on
They
it.
must have went all the way around this thing.
Maybe.
back there behind you.
They could have been on the other side of those trees right there.
Activity level has dropped
Considerably.
to nothing.
Thing is, the fish have been, seems like, angled all different ways, too. There's obstruction.
There's a tree. I ain't that excited about it.
Nope. I am not. Ready to get out?
Already says you
Where are we gonna
guys,
go next?
catting or baiting? Skips are running here, but you probably know that. Yeah, we heard the skipjacker.
I'm gonna get rid of this track.
We are catting. We've got some skipjack still for bait. We're actually going to probably have to go get some in the morning.
I just canceled that track. Figure out our next move. Back up in there.
Wow,
That goes a ways.
yeah, it looks wild up in there. What's it say that depth is in the channel?
67. There's a right here. It is 8.
There's another boat. I don't know where it came from.
Another. Or it might have been this guy. So, you want to go over and check out this one?
Okay, I'm back.
That's a mile.
Hey there, Mr. Dale. Hey there, Mr. Harley.
I have to go around that.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go back out and around.
Still got the mic on.
Yeah, I can turn it off.
So there's a guy in our chat right now named Harley. Harley is our favorite voice talent in the whole wide world. He's the best. He's got a recognizable voice, and he does his job very well.
Aw, that was a very sweet thing to say.
He used to narrate a lot of Steve Douglas's old videos, back in the day, and different things, but that was just the first one that came to mind. And it's pretty cool because you used to always hear his voice, and then I finally met him, and it was like, hey, I recognize that voice. That's who it was. He also narrated Chris Souter's Catfish Crazy. He was a radio announcer.
Yep. And he's our friend.
He's our friend. I would consider him a friend.
He's your friend to the end. That's pretty cool, Mr. Harley.
Me and Harley's been playing phone tag back and forth with each other for.
The white thing.
I don't know. We've seen those before.
I didn't
Somebody
see it.
marker.
I didn't see it earlier. It's not too far from the skull and crossbones. And we get over here, I'll shut the motor down and we'll follow that. We'll probably just control the motor.
Yeah, I see more. Oh, if there are more of these sticks, or there's just stumps. I think those are just actual stumps sticking up. I don't know what this white pole is.
If I was going to be doing some bank fishing or something, or anchor fishing, right there.
Yeah. Real narrow. That might be, I mean, like even at the mouth of this, it might be fish intersecting coming in and out of here. There's a lot of fish.
Right there would probably be the best because you get them
in and out.
traveling in and out.
Yeah.
Get all bases covered. Where'd that white thing go?
Just back here in the house.
Okay. Hey, chum. Hey, I got a new device for my fish finder. It's just a visor that goes on it. You can take it on and off real easy. And when the sun's in the wrong spot, it gives me shade and I can still see my screen. Works out pretty good.
Oh, I like that.
Can you guys see it? Oh yeah, you can see it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's very handy.
The brand name, I can't remember the brand name of it.
Riplap or shiplap? That's right here.
Ripple.
Riplap.
Mr. Harley said, gotta go, catch a monster, guys.
Ripple it. Not to do, I had to pay for it, but it's Ripple it. Works pretty good on you get it for whatever size screen you got, and it just Velcros on. Yeah, those are those markers.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah, I like that it just Velcros on. That way it's easy to take on. And well, I mean, screws are easy too, but yeah, but it's just easy to take on and off.
We don't want it on there all the time, so
It's got elastic around the edge, so it's kind of like a pair of sweatpants. You just slide it on, and it stays on.
And it's got straps.
Once you adjust it. But yeah, you can. It's got straps. You can adjust it. Like if you don't have a windshield, it won't blow off. Behind the windshield, it doesn't go anywhere anyway.
Sweatpants, man, I ain't owned a pair of those, and I can't tell you how long.
Me either.
There's Mr. Kenneth Pale in the house. How you doing, Mr. Kenneth? He said, "River Warriors, hey."
What's up, KP? That's a lot of trees. That might be why we got these white markers out here.
And Mr. Kenneth, Mr. Harley said he had to go, so he might not have heard you say hey, just in case. I mean, just so you know.
There's a bunch of fish.
Get down here a little closer. I'll check them out. Pull them up. They're up off the bottom a little bit. I mean, it's only 5 foot deep, but
We're going back this way or this way?
Oh.
This is my way.
going the wrong way.
Anybody out there in chat, can y'all guess what this is? This is a how well you know your audio, I guess, skills or something like that. Ready?
Following the wrong one there, buddy.
No idea.
Wrong one.
See if anybody guesses it.
There's a lot of activity here. just a safety trolling motor. That's all.
The
Once we
pretty
get on
bunch
track
got
here, we'll
it.
probably go back to trolling motor.
The pretty bunch said bubble wrap.
Is that what it is?
It's bubble wrap.
Yeah. I couldn't hear very well.
Yeah, you're out there. That's why I said the chat box. I should have gave something away during that.
Size matters.
There's Miss Missy Kennedy in the house. How you doing, girl?
I see Missy. Hello, Missy.
And of course, you just said size matters. How you doing?
Good morning.
The airplane's coming back. That drop that.
Mr. Daniel, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Just waiting for the rain, my place over there, to quit getting blasted.
Back to trolling motor now.
And then I'm out of here. I had a little setback with all these major severe thunderstorms and stuff. There's Mr. Paul Boyd in the house. How you doing, Mr. Paul?
What's up, Paul Boyd?
Oh, I know it, Mr. Daniel. He said it sounds like some good mutton weather. Yep, and actually, one of my four-wheelers is getting worked on right now. So I was supposed to get it back yesterday. No, I was supposed to get it back Monday, but he called, had to reschedule, and then I was supposed to get it yesterday, and some other stuff happened, and then so now I'm supposed to get it back today, I think.
I don't know how it got my face. I got these places right there. See that there?
Yeah, I thought it was something.
No, I thought the fish scale at one time, it's like must have been. I don't know
And
how
I
it got
can't wait because the other two are purring like kittens.
You can't ride three at the same time.
I can try.
there.
I want to get me a side-by-side, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I want the bed on the back.
Why don't you just drive a pickup truck?
I have two of those. No, I have three of those. I actually have four of those already.
I mean, I just don't understand it. That's all.
I gotta work on the 68 though. But the other three I have. And you can go mutton in your trucks. But the last time that my actual baby, as far as the truck that I call my baby, my ex-husband blew out the power steering fluid out of the. And so I'd just honestly rather not go mutton in that truck. I'd rather get me something else. I want to get a full-size Bronco and turn it into a mutton truck. Those are hard to find, by the way. Mr. Daniel, all three of them are Polaris 700s. I originally actually bought them to go hunting with, but I like the mud, so they duel for me. Mr. Douglas, as far as being a specific kind of girl, to be honest, it really doesn't matter. All my trucks right now are all Fords, and that's because my ex-husband worked for Ford. But as far as like a diesel, I like Dodge as far as diesel, because I like the Cummins engine on it. But so it just depends. Vehicles, they're they're what you take, how you take care of them and everything like that. But I know a lot of people out there are specific to certain ones.
Species specific.
Right. Yeah.
A Toyota would put a daggone diesel in. It'd be the last truck you ever need. They're slow. Innovation.
The pretty bunch said that crop duster was hard to take pictures of y'all.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of other boats back here. It ain't like it's that big a secret.
Mr. Don, no, Roger, they're not muted. He said you have been muted, but they're not muted.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Mr. Daniel says the Polaris headquarters is not far from their house. Oh, pretty bunch. Why did you have to sit there and say that? He said that he's got an 86 Bronco extra large.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Put some 44s on there and have a ball.
Oh,
My buddy had the exact same setup.
the last time I went mudding in Arkansas, it was a raised Bronco on 56-inch wheels.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, right? I split the back of my britches trying to get in it.
Hey, do like me. Get you these pants that stretch a little bit. Man, you don't bust out. I don't bust out the seams in them as bad.
I didn't know about that at the time. I didn't even know I was going at the time.
I feel like we do need to follow it out though, because it may be better back in there.
Minnesota said that spot is so secret the fish don't even know about it. LOL. Miss Janet Fox said, "Well, I missed this. Did Roger take the challenge?"
No.
Talking about biting off the tailhead.
Oh, Janet.
Keep looking for activity on the surface and stuff too.
I would only do it for them. Man, I don't want to do that.
I know. So that is a hard decision. She said, "Come on, Roger."
Was it Chris? Yeah, Chris Outers. He bit the head off a shad on a bet, didn't he? Did J-Dog do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is only the tail. He just said the tail on this one.
Hey, quit getting on their team.
That's what I said. You don't have all the squishy eyeballs and everything popping out in your mouth.
Well, nobody said you had to chew it up.
Yeah, but if somebody squeezed your head with their teeth, wouldn't your eyeballs pop out?
Oh, I'm sure they would.
What is that thing? Wait, over here, your right shoulder. Back over here. On the top of what? It's suspended. It's a pole. Or something.
Oh, that thing. It's probably for duck or people or something. I know people, they take old wash tubs, elevate them on a post, put them out for geese. They drill holes in it so water drains out of it. My brother-in-law used to do that. He does that on the lakes.
Miss Janet said, "Oh dear, it's all good, Roger. We love you anyways."
Yeah, I don't want to start that precedent.
Actually, the business is picking up a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit. Some of them are stumps.
Are those nuts or M&Ms?
Almond.
Almonds?
These nuts,
Smoky flavored.
smoked almonds.
Smoking.
I like putting those with when I roast green beans. I like putting some of those in there.
I haven't done that in a long time. That's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I usually, I used to get the ones that were sliced. They're like sliced real thin. That goes really well.
Yeah, that's the ones I would use. I would kind of roast the almonds first a little bit, not all the way, but And then I'd mix them all in there, and then when I'd bake them or roast them. Miss Janet said, "Good luck, guys. I'll check in later."
Thanks, Janet.
I see an instruction ahead.
Yeah, I hooked my whole family on roasted green beans.
It sounds good.
Oh, they are good.
I like green beans.
I'd take them to a lot of the family get-togethers and stuff. I would go ahead and roast them, and then I just put them in a crock pot, with a paper towel in the bottom so they wouldn't sweat. That way, it'd keep them warm. But Live in Minnesota said, "I like my almonds smothered in chocolate." Well, what ain't good smothered in chocolate?
Bring up, Dirk.
And a whole lot of it, but now we got some beef jerky.
I like jerky too. Mr. Kenneth said, "Roger, making me hungry. Breakfast time."
It's our mid-morning snack.
Yep.
I like the jerky though that you have to chew on for a while. I don't
Yep.
like. I mean, if I'm just gonna want to like eat it, I'd rather have like a beef stick. But if I want pure like jerky, then I want to be able to, chew on it and taste it for a long time.
I got you. Yeah, there's different. Some brands is real tender. Some of them ain't.
I'd like the ones that you had out there on the old cattle drives.
Not very interesting back there. Picking up her for a minute and then let up again. Man, that salt from the almonds just got into that cut.
Well, that should heal it up quicker.
Pain is good, right?
Hey, pain can be a good thing.
This just rolled right here next to the boat.
There's one out there that it's not really it's not jerky, but they actually take like a ribeye steak or all different kind of cuts of meat, whether it be lamb or chicken or pork, but they also do one that's a ribeye. And what they do is they take a 1 pound ribeye and they dehydrate it. And all that's in it is just the steak and some salt. And even the salt, it doesn't have a lot of salt. I mean, it's not like a ton of sodium. So they sell them in a 5-ounce bag, and it only has like 130 milligrams of sodium for that whole 5-ounce bag. The only clincher is, and it really is good stuff.
That's expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the only clincher is the ribeye steak is $39.97 a bag
For 5 ounces.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But it starts off, it's a lot more than 5 ounces.
Yeah, it really is good though. They're almost like I said, it's not a jerky. It's kind of like chips. When you bite into them, they're kind of light and
they take her down real low moisture content.
Yeah. Their name is actually called Carnivore Snacks, SNAX. But they go through a long process of doing all that meat.
This is the tender kind, Jack Links. Yeah, this tender.
Yeah, Jack Links is tender. I used to sell jerky at the stock show and different shows. It wasn't for me. I helped out the company that was doing it. Trying to think of what their name was. Man, it was good stuff too. That's been quite a while back though.
Have you ever had to work for the circus?
No, sir. But I've always wanted to. That's why I have my ringtone.
Okay, that makes some sense. Try to find the one thing you haven't done.
If you work for the circus, I'm guessing that you would be one of those clowns that gets out a little car and there's like 80 of them in there.
I'll be the one that comes over to you and has the bucket full of water, gonna throw it on you, and what actually comes out of the bucket is all that confetti instead. It kind of make you sweat for a minute.
You sweat for a while trying to get all that confetti off everything.
No, see, if I worked at the circus, I'd want to.
I ain't seeing what we were needing to see.
The trapezes were kind of neat.
much
I
for
like those. As long as I would have a net underneath me, or maybe working with the elephants. That'd be
That was
kind
going to
of.
be my guess. That was my guess was work with elephants.
Yeah, I don't want to work with the tigers or the lions or anything like that, but I think I'd want to do the elephants.
All right, so most of our activity is here in the 8 foot of water.
I've been to the circus lots of times, though.
I haven't been for a while.
Yeah, the Ringling brothers, they used to come through here quite often.
It says it's like 10 or 12 feet of water, but it's really 9, 8. All right, so this is the primary area for most of the fish, right? What else we got around here?
There's Nubby's catfishing in the house. Said, Roger, got any tips for Lake Gaston?
I don't. I have never been to Gaston.
Probably. Are you satisfied here? Or you think we ought to drag it back the other direction?
That was the only suggestion I had, was trying to go the other direction.
There's fish there.
Yeah. So we can pull the same drag again, or we can do
Let's do the opposite direction.
That's what I think.
Something different.
The problem with it is there's no flow. The fish are all like this, this, and this. So, in my opinion, the opposite direction doesn't offer a whole lot. Because the fish aren't really oriented.
Nubby said that they're going Friday to Lake Gaston.
I know that's good. Outside of that, I
Who just came back from Gaston? Where's going? Who was we talking to? Somebody at.
I like those circus peanuts. Those are good.
Nothing about them. I like.
You don't like those?
what is the orange spongy one thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like those.
I don't like marshmallows either, so
Yeah, me either.
probably something related there.
Well, I like them. I like to set them out, and I like them to dry out, like the little marshmallows in like cereal.
Right.
We can leave that motor down, but I'm gonna use the big motor to get it back.
Sure you want to leave it down? There's too much stuff out here.
Flip it up. Actually, we probably don't even want to go back this way. We can go over. We can go over this way. Go over here and around. How about that? What was it? Go over towards the bank and down and then back up.
Did everybody get their taxes in done yesterday?
Yeah, we got ours in.
Done, done, and done.
Mr. Brandon said he likes the circus peanuts. I can't eat a whole bunch of them. I mean, because just like when Mr. Zach said, but I mean, I can have like a couple of them, but I don't know. They start getting like a little aftertaste to me if you try to eat too many of them. I don't know if you get the same thing, Mr. Brandon, but
But that guy could handle like one. That's it.
yeah, as I said, I just want like a few. I can't do a whole lot of them.
I'm the same way.
Ejaculate all the way out.
Nubby said he already spent his refund on his taxes. Mr. Brandon said, "We'll not talk about the IRS and the thieving crooks they are."
Hey, that's right. I'm on the lookout. We got debris everywhere. Trees, stickers.
Debris. I never thought about saying it that way. Debris.
I never thought about calling it Captain DS either until Harley did that to me one day. Now it's Captain DS, not Captain D's.
Huh. I wonder what that stands for. Hey there, Mr. Eddie. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in.
What's up, Eddie? Is anybody spied on J-Dog if those guys are doing any good?
Let's see. Oh man, my thingy went way behind.
I should have. I didn't know he was going live. I should have just joined forces. Seems like it. I don't see any boards. Might not be able to see him from here, but
Let's see. There, she showed us bait right there. I'm just kind of hovering over to see if I've seen him catch a fish. I just kind of hovered over, and of course I could have missed because I did it kind of quickly, but I don't think he's caught one yet. Somebody can probably let us know in the chat box if they've been watching. But oh, hi there, Buckeye Catfishing. How you doing? He said he's not doing much, going to move for skips.
they might be pulling boards. It look like 3 black boards back behind them.
Oh, I get you, Mr. Dreams. He said, no, seriously, they took money they wasn't owed, and now they're refusing to pay them back, even though they have documentation. Yeah, it's hard to fight the IRS. Yeah, Mr. Buckeye said he's watching both. So, and he said that Mr. J Dog ain't doing much. He's going to move for skipjacks.
That's not a bad plan.
I have him up on another tab. Okay, Mr. Brandon. He said he'd be right back.
Is it really? Black chair is my favorite.
What's your favorite? What was your favorite?
Black cherry.
Black cherry what?
Propel.
Oh, that drink. I've got black cherry lime over there
That sounds good too.
on my counter. Right now, I'm drinking some strawberry lemonade.
I was out the other day with Claude, helping him work on his boat. He had this water bottle. He filled up with water, and the lid had like a little stem that stuck down in it, and you could, like little cartridges or something. It might be powder. I don't know. You put inside of that, and it flavors the water. That was a big fish. I saw that. I don't know what it was, but somehow it flavored the water. You can even increase or decrease the intensity of the flavor. The little knob on top of the water bottle. He said it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. See me, I don't drink enough water. The flavored water is about the only way I can put enough water in me unless I'm really thirsty. Which right now I'm really thirsty because I'm drinking just regular water.
Water is good for you.
What's that?
I said water is good for you.
That's what they say.
As long as you're getting it from somewhere, it's better than nothing.
Trying to do away with pop and bread. Pop and carbs. Cut my carbs back and do away with high fructose corn syrups.
Yeah, that stuff is bad for you, that fructose corn syrup.
Zach's been on this diet for a while, and he's doing really well. And I decided I would try to do it by his example. But starting a diet on vacation is not fun.
No.
Food is one of my joys. Luckily, I'm fishing, so that's a bigger joy. I can ignore the fact that I'm starving to death. Well,
your
you
body,
feel like you're starving to death.
I said your body gets used to that, though.
Yeah, it's just cravings.
And you don't have to give up food.
You don't want it and take it away from it.
Yeah, you don't have to give up all good food. You just have to find a way to eat it that is still good for you.
I don't know. How can I eat German chocolate cake healthy?
Just portion size. Spoonful instead of the whole plateful. Well, now I'm wanting some German chocolate cake. There's Mr. Chris El Gato Azul. How you doing?
What's up, buddy? Chris, El Gato Azul. TV, slime lovers. We're trying to get slimed up. Water temperature is now 69 degrees.
The wind, it's still, I guess it ain't too bad. It's 14 miles an hour right now, but it's supposed to be up to 20, at least till later on.
That's the muller door.
And then, of course, our thunderstorms are supposed to happen tomorrow.
So good. We're going to be fishing Alabama. We can use it. Yeah. Maybe. We'll go back and run this track we ran. We pulled it one way. We're going to try and pull it the other way. See if we can't get bit. There are fish here. They just not want to eat.
What's on the front of Mr. Zach's hat?
USMC.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what it was. I just wasn't. I wasn't sure.
See what boat came through there.
Yeah.
Oh.
How shallow you are. I was going to say, it looks like it's getting shallow fast.
Mr. Chris says, lake looks like glass. What kind of area are y'all dragging today?
Shallow.
Yeah, it's a shallow slough.
Who was that, Chris?
I've got to.
We're from 3 to 10 feet. About ready to drop that.
And what y'all's water temp? He's asking.
Right now, 69.2. Now this morning before the sun got on it and stuff, it was what 67 or point something or other. It's because it's shallow, it's affected by the sun a lot.
Catfish and Dream says, I'm dragging butt. I'd rather be dragging baits. Well, he said it in a little different way, but
I use my imagination.
El Gato said, get up in 1 to 3 foot, boys.
We've been up into shallow today. We went way back in a shallow area, and there's no activity.
We
there.
went 3 foot for a long ways.
We're down into 2 point something. There's just nothing there.
Most activity we're finding is right here around 7.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Brandon. I know you did. You're real good about doing that.
booger up on me. Get it.
I got your board, your black board. That one's mine. That one's yours.
Here you go, Chris. There's our baits. He likes big bait. He cannot lie.
He said, he goes, love it.
Kind of noisy now.
Yeah, but that's how smooth the clickers are on those. These clickers on these pin reels are so stiff. It won't even pull the board out.
Well, back off your tension on your reels to make a difference. But then you can't even think about casting. Question for Chris Campbell. Do you drag up in the shallows on your lake, or do you guys anchor up and fan cast? You lock that one down.
You might be able to see these a little bit better. Over here, you can see the boards going out. You can see the blue board back there in the background. That's the Uncle Lou's board. It always goes out first. It goes the farthest.
It's pulled farther.
And then the green one and the black one, they're both Parks planer boards.
But they're two different styles.
Yeah, there are two different styles of boards. The green one's different than the black one.
It's got more flotation. That's the biggest difference.
You can see the board doing this job back here. It has locked it in, so it's racing up here to get in line with the other boards, and I have a nice spread.
And the race is on, and here comes the blue one in the background.
We got 3 lines out this side of the boat and 1 line way, way out the back. And then Zach's got same thing. He's got a line out the back, and he's running his 3 boards out now. His Uncle Lou board out first. And then his Parks planer board is starting to work its way over. He's hooking up his last Parks board now.
There's Mr. Chris. Hooks and Hammocks is in the house. How you doing, Mr. Chris?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, El Gato, if you're still in here, tell us I know you fish a lot of shallow stuff there and get a lot of big fish. on your lake, are you pulling boards there, or are you anchored up and fan casting?
I'm gonna imagine he's dragging.
If you don't know, it could be stump fish or whatever.
Right.
And he might have had to step away for a little bit too.
He may have. That's why I asked a question twice, just in case.
Yeah.
You know, because that would interest me.
Hey, Titterbug. He's in my Titterbug. He's in my Titterbug.
That loop was pulled like mad that time.
Way out there.
Boy, who's a good boy? Huh?
My side, I got good spread going on my side.
Have y'all ever had them all go down at the same time, like with fish on, or pretty much on all the rods at the same time?
Yeah. I don't know about dragging.
Well, the other day when we were hit that channel marker up at Chickamauga, we had several go down. But yeah, I don't know. No, not all of them, but several.
On anchor we have.
And it's like you have to prioritize. You see which one's pulling the hardest. And you're like, that's the one. Whichever one's been over the hardest, that's the one you're going to get. You know, if it's not a big one, you'll put it back in the rod holder and grab one of the other ones and start working on it. And then you have to be strategic about how you bring them in too, but so they don't get tangled up with each other. So yeah, it's always, you know, we consider stuff when that happens. We love it we love chaos, because that means there's a lot of fish biting.
Activity. We've set up in the wintertime before and threw 10 rods out, and 9 rods came immediately straight back to the boat with fish on. We had 9 fish laying on the floor at the same time. Was it 10? You're outside.
Wow. We love seeing chaos. Let's see some of that right now.
I know.
Yeah, bring it on.
Good chaos.
It was it's a video I posted. It's called Pure Pandemonium. Is the day we did all that. It's crazy.
And honestly, it didn't get that many hits, but for us, that was like one of the most fun days, you know, out there.
Got 38 blue cats in one day.
Catfishing Dream says, it is most definitely nice seeing the tournament pre-fishing side of things, especially for me, since I want to start getting into the smaller tournaments.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We don't take it all that serious, right? So honestly, if we were really pre-fishing and, you know, being hardcore like a lot of the other guys, you know, we wouldn't even be using hooks. We would, you know, tie the bait on or find a way to get the fish to bite and not sore lip them. But for us, the tournament, you know, we'll have some fun, but we're down here fishing and seeing what we can put together between now and then. We don't get all stressed out and hardcore about it. Well, we try not to get all stressed out and hardcore about it.
We still get stressed out and wore out. Then we get stressed out even worse because you're tired. I think we get a little cranky yesterday.
I don't know why you keep saying we.
Uh,
No, I mean we, not just one.
Mr. Brandon says, catch a good one and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down here on, this is like vacation for us anyway, so we don't take it too
I called it KATCATION in case somebody thought I misspelled cat action, but I tried to make it funny and call it KATCATION. Maybe I should have put a dash or something in there to be a fishcation. Tomorrow we're going to have to go back and try to get some more bait and get back on some skipjack. The word is the guys are having a real hard time getting them here right now, so we have to maybe resort to our secret spot.
Catfishing Dream says that's a great way to call it, cat-cation.
Yeah, I should have probably put the hyphen in there.
There's Mr. Warpig in the house. He said, definitely jelly. Hook 'em.
What are you just talking about, Bill?
Yeah, we were just talking. Bill's name was in our mouths. We spoke the name and he appeared. Like Beetlejuice.
Well, 68, don't say it 3 times.
Yeah, there's definitely fish in here, but I just don't know what they want.
That could be a bunch of big carp too. We haven't really seen some really good side imaging. We haven't got any really good views to know for 100% that it's catfish. There's a lot of big fish in here, but it could be all carp for all we know. But we're also thinking if there's that many fish in here, there has to be something in here wanting to eat them. So it's not all big fish. There's a lot of little fish, hundreds and thousands of them at a time on the screen. So we're giving this a second. This is the second time we pulled up through here. We're going a different direction. But like Roger said, it's probably not going to make too much of a difference because the fish that we see on the screen, they're pointed every direction. It's because there's no current. So I don't know that it'll have any effect at all going a different direction, but we just thought if we pull it, it's a little bit later, it's a different time, maybe some of them be hungry this past.
Mr. Beal said on the 3rd floor running storms and listening.
Oh, storm drains. Bill, what are you guys using? PVC or are you using cast for your drains?
I'm glad you said that because I wasn't sure about running storms.
Well, hold on. He said storms. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking? Roof drains. I'm sorry. Everything's probably concrete for storm drains. I guess it could be plastic, but probably concrete. Bill's a pipe fitter.
Oh, okay. I see now.
And he just recently got in the union here in the last year or so. And he's also trying to build a house on his free time and be a good husband to his wife, Jennifer, and all that stuff. So he's
and squeeze in a fishing trip every now and then.
Yeah, and get out on the river. Of course, he don't live too far from the river, so that helps.
When you said storm drains, first thing that popped into my head was the honeymooners.
Oh yeah, because the neighbor, that's where he worked, was in the. Remember, he'd go and they're always having parties down there in the sewer.
Yeah. He said, "Thank goodness PVC."
Okay. That old cast iron's hard. It's the good thing about cast iron for drains in a building is you don't hear the water rushing through them. It's like they don't transmit the sound, but they rust up, man. We just done a remodel on a place on a bank, and they had to go through and like auger all them things out, descale it, they call it, because they rust. And after 20 years, and it was only 20-year-old building, and it was like you got this 4-inch pipe, and there was like a hole in it that like you couldn't even fit a pencil through. So, and that was, I don't know. I don't think I would ever use that myself if I got to pick.
He said TQL built in Eastgate.
Okay, I know where that's at.
And
that's where I bought my first, no, what my first one, but my 2 Harleys ago. That's where I got it. Was there at Eastgate. It's like a suburb of Cincinnati.
Catfish and Dream says, when I'm fishing my home lake and the fish are doing that, they mainly have feeding windows. So 1 hour they're on, the next they're resting, then back on.
That's what we're hoping is going on here. So that's why we're hitting it again. And I better be figuring out what we're going to do. We got to figure out our next move. Off the iPad. I can't even see my phone. Hardly.
He needs one of those things like your fish finder has on it.
Well, he's standing with his back to the
I've
sun.
got these glasses on, and they're polarized, and the screen's polarized, and it really makes it tough.
You know what? That might be something. Do you think they sell those already, or nobody ever come up with that little hats for your phones? Little
Yeah, it's called your hand.
cup in your hand. Well, that would be
turn your
funny.
back to the sun from staying in the shadow. Put your phone in your own shadow.
Jeez, I think sometimes that don't even work for me.
It's pretty bright out here.
At least your hand would be free.
That's true.
Yeah, it wouldn't make me no money though if I came up with that concept.
If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly right.
50 cents. Your loo board keeps trying to hang up on you. It keeps trailing back and catching up and trailing back. Yesterday, my board did that. I got a 20-pound blue. And then we
Mr.
lost.
Bill,
Go ahead, Bill. What?
Mr. Bill said somebody put a flapper on for me.
Yeah. You used to see what the baits were running. Taking a whole skipjack, flaying one side off, running the whole skipjack as one bait, and then the fillet as another bait.
Glasses.
No yawning allowed.
Being out here in the sun every day zaps you.
Oh, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, out here in the daggone beautiful sunshine, just soaking it all up. Vitamin D overload.
I'm playing my little finger violin for you.
Right there. World's smallest violin. Playing my heart bleeds for you. Roger, now we do have that other slough over on the other side.
Uh-huh.
I want to go take a look at it.
We could.
Let me go dump my ass machine. I'll be right back.
Dump her ass what?
Right.
Oh, so you got a dump her ass machine? I usually call that number 2. I don't know why she got to identify it as. She's so sophisticated.
Here's a,
Hello, Mom and Dad, if you're watching. Dad said they were tuned in at the house. Hope everything is going good. I'll give you guys a call later and do a checkup. I haven't called and checked in for a few days.
right. Never mind. Go upriver with some deeper water. And,
Okay, I'm back.
Outside bin.
Yep.
Man, I love that thing.
What? Ice machine?
Mm-hmm.
40 foot of water.
Is it like a countertop one or like a stand-up one? Like commercial size or what?
Well, I had looked for a commercial one a while back to put on the back patio, and but I don't know. I couldn't find any that just was right, because I didn't want to buy a new one. I was looking for a used one, so I got this little countertop one, and it does really well.
I seen
You have to remember to dump it. You know, it ain't gonna keep your stuff frozen like all day long.
I've seen where a guy made a homemade ice machine, like a big one, out of a deep freezer. And you run the plumbing up. So you buy the actual mechanism that fills the trays and dumps the trays in your freezer.
Uh-huh.
You buy that by itself, separate, and then mounted it inside the freezer. He actually had 2 of them mounted in there. It was kicking out like a lot of ice a day.
So he had multiple ice makers in a freezer. So it melted.
Hey there, Miss Kimberly.
Oh, your blue board.
How you doing, girl? Miss Kimberly's in the house.
What's Kimberly? How are you? What are you laughing for?
Nothing.
Here, came loose. Never mind.
I want a fish on the end of that. Warpig says 18 roof drains and 18 overflows. Man, I just want to go fishing.
Yeah.
Well, you can watch and listen to us while you're working and do like I do at work. I carry around my front pocket so I can hear Skip and Roger on Monday. They used to always go out on Monday mornings, and I could go fishing vicariously through them.
I'm sure if he heard big fish on, he'd pull the phone out of his pocket and look.
Miss Kimberly said, I stop in and first thing I hear is Becca Lou is dumping her ice machine.
I told you.
Sorry.
Most of us call it a number 2. I don't know why you got to be so fancy. Dump your ass machine.
Because mine's a machine, that's why.
Oh man. Work it.
Work it, baby, work it.
Okay.
I love you, girl.
Okay. Let's see what this looks like. This has a creek dumping in this area. It's an outside bend. It's narrow,
Oh, I like that.
and you might also want to go up in here and look around, you know, into this.
Catfishing Dream says, twerking to a whole new level.
That's right. That's right.
How
That's right.
big is that?
There's double C catfishing in the house.
This is
See,
kind of like where we're at right now.
Fish Wheeler looks too calm. And so far, not yet. They're looking for them. And yeah, there's like no current.
Yeah. We're going to finish this drag. We're going to finish this drag right here, and then we'll probably hop off for a while because the next
go for a ride.
next part of the phase is a long ride and scouting, and then determine where to set up and what to do next.
Let's see how far.
So make sure you got the bell notification on. So we just happened to find an area that looks promising, and we think we can share some fun with you guys. We'll pop up and go live again.
It's about 8 or 9 miles up there.
9 miles. So we got to run about 9 miles upriver. And yeah, I got to get out of the habit of running all my live streams like 6-7 hours long, and just do hop on for a little bit. If there's action, we'll share it. If there's not, then we'll hop off and keep it on.
See, here's another creek up past it a few miles.
Catfishing Dream said,
A
are
mile or
you
so.
skips only or shad as well?
We've only got skipjack. No shad.
So we could drag up to here on another creek now. All right, we got a ways to go on that stuff. So speed. I think I said on this.
Yeah, I want to go 6 or 7.
We bump it up one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going 7 or 8. To be honest with you, I'd say 7 would be good. Cover some water. This shallow, this temperature, they should be aggressively feeding. If they're not going to aggressively feed, then we need to roll. We cover all this up quick as we can.
maybe they're doing a fast right now so that when the tournament time comes, they can like clean up.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what they're doing.
cricket.
War Pig says, "Good luck, guys. See you soon."
see, brother, we gotta get together and do some fishing,
Do some catching.
do some catching. That's right. That's right. That's right. I get home. I gotta get back to work. I catch back up. I want to go catch fish.
There's a Facebook user in the house says, "What's up, guys? Catch a biggin."
Well, hello, Facebook
Hello,
user,
and thank you.
and we is trying like the devil. We got good baits out. We've got a good spread. We've got a good area. There's fish in the area. We don't know 100%, like I said, that they're catfish. There's a lot of fish here, so there's got to be some catfish in here mixed in.
Well, yeah.
I mean, something's got to be. There's this many fish. Somebody's wanting to eat them.
Yeah,
I would think. We're hoping.
I would.
you would eat them?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, Yesterday we had a decent fish hooked on. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. My days are starting to run together now, but
Yeah, when it was late staying back here.
That
was yesterday. The one that came up.
flopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had one that hit the planter board, and I don't know. We was in like 25 foot of water, and for some reason this fish came to the surface and just splashed and carry on.
And a whole different place where you
The planter board was pulling clear over here to the right, but the fish was actually way over here on the left. I didn't even know that it was my fish.
and it's back there jumping around on top of the water. And we're like, wow, look at that! There's fish rolling on top of the water back there, and it stayed there.
Yeah, it was just fish on top of the water. And here I was railing in the planter board because it acted like it got hung up, and it did get hung up. It got hung up on a fish, but the planter board was pulling clear to the right, but the fish was all the way to the left, and he had thrashed around enough. He got himself off the hook, but it's pretty wild. We had him hooked up for a minute. He was, I don't know, 20s at minimum.
Sounds like he was going insane.
He was.
Crazy fish. Now, something we've noticed down here.
Uh-oh, we got a little board.
Well, this is like this is not lake. This is lake fishing. This isn't river fishing, even though it's Tennessee River. Most of the time, most of the year, these fish do not fight like fish on the Ohio River. It's like a whole different deal.
They're lazy.
It's like they're lazy. They are. They don't fight hard. I don't know if it's because they're not used to swimming in current. And they're not, the muscle mass it in there or whatever, but they don't fight. They don't fight the same at all. The blues don't. Now we caught a good flathead the other day. Well, he liked it. He went to the bottom and was digging on the bottom like they do, but that was probably the hardest fight we've had.
Are you trying to say they're a bunch of wusses?
Wussies without the W.
Catfish and Dream says he got lucky. He goes, I got lucky and have an excellent lead on a 24-volt trolling motor with iPilot that barely used.
All right. That's great, man.
There's Mr. Robert Linton in the house. Says, come on, Roger and Zach. Don't let us down. Get a biggin.
We're working on it, boss.
Robert, aren't you back to work also? I thought you and Ian were back to working now. Thought your break was over. Your winter break was over. Robert's brother-in-law to slime booger catfish.
Oh, okay.
They work together and they fish together. Robert, he went out, and Ian and I, all three of us went out for one trip this winter. We went out and had a ball. We caught plenty of fish and had a good time. Had a very enjoyable time.
Yeah, Schlumberger was on my live stream once when I was doing one of the tournaments.
Yeah, Ian, they love to catch flatheads. That's kind of their specialty, I guess we'll say. They can catch anything, but
yeah, he said, yeah, I'm at work now.
oh, okay. Yeah. I think I'm not positive of this, but I think Ian's his boss. I think that's the way it works.
We won't tell Ian you're on watching Muskrat.
Yeah, we won't tell Ian that you're on here. We'll keep that to ourselves.
That is one funny thing is you just never know who's watching.
That is a fact.
If there's a live stream on and I'm at work, I've usually got it on listening. I enjoy it. Helps Pat unless I'm doing something very difficult and I need to concentrate.
One of the chubby fish ones. It's got a hole all the way through it.
All the way through it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Mr. Robert said, no, Ian works for a different company.
Through the hole?
No, I've got the whole block. Coming out the front.
I'm not going to say what was in my head just then. But Miss,
Yeah, I like that part of it.
Mr. Robert said that no, Ian works for a different company.
Okay. I thought they worked for the same outfit. Well, time to shed another layer.
Bum, 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 bum.
Getting up into that zone. We're at where they were so thick before. Yeah, we're getting into that area where we marked just literally thousands of fish up here. Whatever they are.
Y'all could just go ahead and dive down in there and just have a look.
You better not dive too hard. It's only 8 foot deep.
Oh, then just step off the side of the boat.
And I think it's probably about 3 or 4 feet of mud down there is what it looks like. It's real soft. There goes Mr. Crop Duster back out for another round.
Right, Mr. Brandon.
How come nobody's ever as excited to see me when I crop dust?
Catfish and Dream says, I don't dive, I chunky dunk.
Chunky dunk. A tree on my side.
That is. Got one limb.
We got
That one goes underwater. That one goes down the muck. It comes back out right there.
They would definitely have some current if one of them dove in.
There's fish breaking. I mean, looking across the water. Look here. Look. There's fish breaking everywhere.
Maybe there's too much to eat down there.
Yeah. Well, look.
There's a Facebook user in the house that says Dragon Dirty.
That was like a shad.
I know who that is. That's Simon.
There was I think shad right there.
We're dragging dirty.
Yep.
We're dragging dirty all over this place.
We'll have to order some more sinkers after this trip. We've lost a few.
Yeah,
we've been dragging through some pretty nasty stuff too.
That's the thing about having good dragging weights is you get the confidence to drag through anything. Like, I don't care if there's trees down there. Like,
we'll drag through it anyway.
I'm dragging through trees. We've been dragging through trees the whole time. We just saw a big tree that has a big fork in it that looks perfect for funneling my sinker and line right into the base of it. That should hang me up, but we'll see. But when you got good dragging weights, you get confidence to drag things you normally wouldn't drag. But you still lose some stuff. Hooks don't care what kind of dragging weight you got. When they stick into a piece of wood or chunk of rock, you're stuck.
Hi there, Miss Tyra. How you doing, girl? Catfishing Dream said, pull in lines, run over there, and throw the cast nets on them.
Yeah. Could. You pull in a whole net of gar, maybe. We've seen that mess before.
Yeah. See what we think's a whole bunch of bait. Throw our cast net, and you got about a dozen or 15 great big old gar in your net, just tearing it all to pieces. Little razor blades in there.
Uh-oh. That board's taking off faster than what we're going, I think. Maybe
Mr. Brandon said, shad only break water for two things, nookie or getting chased to be eaten.
Flat, so it'll.
Yeah, the gar would set.
One of the tricks on dragging stuff is you do get hung up. These are the ones with the flotation in them. Not always, but a lot of times you give it some slack, you give it a second.
It'll float up and
It'll-
out.
yeah.
That might have been our tree back there that you're in.
Yeah.
That one have, what kind of clip that one got?
Got it.
Well, we can leave that float tape out here on Comline. That thing, that other board. Almost 60 bits. That's it.
Got her locked down. See if we can. Something's got to give. Oh. It broke.
Forward is going to stay right there. Yep. The hard one tree. Now the trolling motor's cranked up to about 10
Stop the boat.
because he stopped the boat with it, trying to break that line. Took your baits all the way to the surface behind the green
Oh,
board.
yeah. Retie.
We'll go back and pick that board up on the way back. There's not a lot of wind or anything.
Line was wrapped around something. It's come back all squirrely. There was a lot of friction on it. Probably wood.
Right, probably that tree. Uh-oh, the blackboard. Yeah, that one came loose. Yeah, we'll probably drag another 10, 15 minutes here and call it quits.
Yeah.
I think we.
It is a beautiful view, though.
Yeah, we give this a fair shake. You know, we went over it 2 different directions and all that stuff. So maybe there's just no catfish out there. When it's this shallow, it's not like you can run over them. I mean, they'll get out of your way when you know they feel the presence of the boat. They're gone. We don't. I mean, there's all these fish out here, and you hardly ever mark a fish under the boat. So we can't even mark it and go, oh, okay, yeah, that's a hard return or soft or whatever, to try to figure out what they are. So we rely on side imaging, which most of the time they're all pointed one direction, and you know we're going either against or with the current, and you get a really nice side view everything. But right now, there's no current here. They're faced every direction. And we really haven't been able to get like real crisp side picture of anything to figure out what they are for all assured, with any kind of assurity. So,
have y'all checked the weather? Is it supposed to be nice out there this weekend?
no, it's supposed to rain and the wind's supposed to blow Friday and Saturday.
Well, that blows.
Yep. That's why they set aside Friday and Saturday for the tournament so they can pick out the best day, because it gets dangerous down here. They've actually had boats sink during the tournament before. They don't want to do that again. So that's why they did set aside 2 days so they can pick the better one of the two.
Oh, okay. So y'all are going to be in the same path. It's just we'll get it first, and y'all will get it.
Well,
so,
they'll say right now they've already sent us out emails. They're leaning towards Friday, so they're letting everybody know that at least as of yesterday, it looks like Friday is going to be the day. But they have 2 days that they can pick from, because down here on this body of water, and then the next one's called Wilson. Man, if there's current and the wind blows out of the west, you'll have 5 foot rollers out here, and that's just dangerous to be on. You have waves coming over the front of the boat and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking. I just pulled it up. Yep, it says Friday. Of course, y'all's percentage is less than ours, but
it's the wind is the problem. The rain's not. Most people, everybody's got rain suits. Most people and got tops and stuff you can put out. So the rain's really not that big a deal unless there's lightning. But it's the wind. The wind is.
It's not really so much the miles per hour. It's Friday the wind is out of the south, and Saturday the wind is out of the northwest.
Yeah, northwest is bad.
Northwest to here is bad.
Yeah, I see the south at 23 miles an hour on Friday.
Yeah, they'll probably make the decision tonight, is what they said. Wednesday night they're supposed to make the decision.
And then Saturday, yeah.
There's actually been several. I know of 2 tournaments here in the last 5 years that they've actually sank multiple boats because of the wind. They get waves over the front and fill the boat up with water and get so much water in it that they have issues. Or if you're out in that and your motor breaks down, you don't have hardly any control with just a trolling motor and waves like that. So if you're out there at the mercy of the wind and all that stuff, you'll have waves come over the back of the boat and all kinds of crazy stuff can happen.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
Nope. Oh, that one's yours.
Yeah.
Not damaged.
Yeah. The cheap ones, they're cheap ones.
Yeah. So that.
There you go.
Here's a hook getter outer. And they're kind of pricey for these blue ones. They say that it's one little piece of titanium right there, so it don't bend as easy.
Can you put that closer to the camera? There you go. I want to see the end of it. Yeah.
The end of here. See if you can watch this. See that's how it's hooked. You hook the hook and then you pull on this and see it disappear. That grips the hook. Then you can either push in or pull out or twist or whatever it is you want to do. Depending on how it's in. So let it back out.
That's a gar right there. Look, you can see him on top of the water.
I see him. That might be what all the fish are, gar. There's about a 3.5 foot, 4 foot gar right there. That's probably what a lot of these fish are that we're seeing.
Thank you for showing that close up. Because
anyway, the point I was getting at is these are kind of pricey. What were these? 30, upper 30s for one of these.
$28, $29.
So they make cheaper ones. They make them are like $8 or $9. So I saw that on Amazon. And I was like, well, I'm gonna get those, man. It's the same thing. And I think I even got 2 of them. I got him one, and or 3. I got one for Skip too. Those cheaper ones work. They work fine, but the minute you twist them, that little hook thingy on the end, it twists it all up, and then it don't work anymore. There was a gar in front of us. So they work good. So we was like, well, I'll go ahead and drop the money for the good one. But the little hook part that bends on the other ones is titanium on this, and it's tougher and it's thicker too. So.
Is that handle rubber or plastic?
It's rubberized. It's hard plastic with rubber on it for grip. See, I don't know if you can tell. It's partially clear. Some of it.
Uh-huh.
That's the plastic part, and then it's got like rubber inlay or whatever on it too.
But the part that needs to be tough.
Yeah, this is the part that needs to be tough up here, the very end of it, because if you want to do that and twist your hook, which a lot of times that's what you need to do, those other ones, you can't do that. You just got to either grip it and either push it or pull it. You try twisting it, and those other ones, you'll twist that thing up and it won't even retract anymore. So, but that was one time. The better one was a better product. That's not always the case, but that
In
time
other words, it's definitely worth it then.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy 4 of the other ones, or you can buy one of these, and this will never. Well, less chance of this and tearing up, a lot less. We're pretty rough on stuff because we use it a lot.
Yeah, I am too.
You're usually rough on yourself.
Well, I use myself a lot.
All right, we're almost to our skull and crossbones. Let's reel them up. We're going to reel them up and go search somewhere else.
We're going to take a joyride. Let some cool air. Let the cool breeze blow through our hair.
For about 9 or 10 miles.
10 miles.
Nubby's catfishing says, check out a grip flip.
A what?
A grip flip.
Grip flip. All right. Check that out.
Hey, here's one good thing about these PC Fun reels. They have so much capacity, man. I mean, I had that thing way out there, and you couldn't even tell there was any string off of this thing. You could break it off a bunch of times, and you still have line.
Which one is that?
It's a 60.
60.
It's the larger. They make a 50 and 40 and 30, I believe.
Yeah. When all those catfish rods that I bought, I needed some reels for them. So when PC Fun had that sale going on, I think I bought 3 of them, but I bought the 50s because everybody in the chat box told me to buy the 50. So that's what I did.
With the thumb bar?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I use for my bumping reel. It's still, those even have really good line capacity. They're very close to a 6500 Abu Garcia as far as line capacity. I don't know that there's a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, I still need to get me, because I bought 6 rods, and I still need to get me 2 more reels. And then the other one is trying to think of what that one is. That's the Daiwa. I won that one off of Kayak Catfish's live stream.
Iowa makes a good reel.
Saltwater fish, that's pretty much all I ever got with Iowa.
I had to go look. It's a Seagate.
That's back when I didn't have enough money to buy a bunch of reels back then. I was in the military, and so whatever I bought, I wanted it to last and all that kind of stuff, not break and all that stuff. So I bit the bullet and paid a little bit more for the Daiwas, and they lasted a lot longer than the cheap ones I was using back then. So it was worth it.
Well, I couldn't beat free, so.
Yeah, that's the best right there.
Yeah, actually, that was a neat little giveaway, because they did a giveaway, and then the person who actually won did not collect the prize. And so they redid the giveaway, and that's the one I won. So that's how I won the reel. Nubby's Catfishing said it's a D hooker. We use them on the offshore boat. Talking about that grip flip.
Yeah.
He said it's a D hooker. We use them on the offshore boat.
Is it solid metal? That's most of them I've seen like that. I don't know if those are Ripple Lip. I don't know what brand they were. We've had them out on the saltwater boat. They work good too. That's our small baits. You can see it. It's where we fillet off the one side of the skipjack. Use that for our small bait. All right, here comes the last board.
So y'all just throw that bait away. Y'all don't try to reuse it.
No.
The only one that's ever really worth you reusing is like this one here. I got a whole skipjack.
Cut the head off probably.
And he's still dripping blood right now. He's been out there dragging ever since we started. How long? We've been 2.5 hours. I've been dragging that bait around this lake for 2.5 hours, and he's still dripping blood. That's how much blood is in those baits. That's why everybody likes catching skipjack. They're a bloody, oily bait.
They're bigger baits. They hold that. They don't let all the blood out. There's more there. A lot of advantages to the larger bait.
Now we gotta go find that planer board.
Oh, did one come loose?
Earlier. I don't know.
Does that happen very often that they come loose?
If you break your line off and there's nothing for it to hang on to, yeah.
Oh, I see. I
I got hung up earlier and I ended up breaking off.
Different kinds of clips you can put on it. I haven't switched all the boards over to the ones that they actually hang on to the line when you break most of the time. So, but I just ordered some more so we can make them all like that. Cold motor up.
Oh, I love that sound right there.
Off.
All right, well, we're going to go find our board and try to find some fish. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us and tuning in. Becca, thanks for coming in and
Thanks, Becca.
helping.
You always do a great job.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
It wouldn't be the same without you. And keep your bell notification on. We just might pop up and surprise you with another one. So until next time, tight lines. Everybody stay safe. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.